Let's talk about it with syndicated radio host and Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall, along with WMAL radio host Larry O'Connor, who I feel like might have sprained an eye socket from the rolls I saw going on during that. Well, Larry, apparently we're a democracy, not a republic.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Someone hasn't been reading the Federalist Papers.
This woman, she just derided the federalism and the constitutional republic that makes our country as strong as it has for all these years, and said that it's a weakness. It's amazing, but yeah, listen, this is where the Democratic Party is right now. You look at those two reports back to back, the people who are already aiming at 2020 for the Democrats, these guys, Cory Booker and Elizabeth Warren, and Leland Vitter's report about how they view Israel. Think about this for a minute, Shannon and Leslie. More Democrats, elected officials, have been seen with Louis Farrakhan in the last couple of years than showed up in Jerusalem for the moving of our embassy. They are so radical on the fringe. I can't wait for 2020.
Okay, well, and listen, Larry tonight said that he thinks that if they're so upset about Hillary Clinton losing the election, they should run her again and have a rematch in 2020.
Bring it on.
Leslie, what do you think of the 2020 prospects and these ideas they're floating?
Well, first of all, I don't think that those three people are going to be any of the people that we're going to see at the end of the day on the ticket. No, I don't. And Larry, I don't want eye rolls. I don't like my kids eye roll. Don't eye roll when I say that.
Leslie.
Don't eye roll when I say this. I honestly feel, and a lot of Democrats don't agree with me, and I hope he's listening and watching, I honestly feel that Joe Biden is the only Democrat that can beat Donald Trump, because they have a lot in common, and he can appeal to individuals that voted for Donald Trump, those, you know, in those Rust states, those blue-collar workers that normally had voted for Democrats, and I think that Joe Biden could bring them back with his no malarkey talk and really talking about what matters to them, which is jobs. And what these people are talking about, look, there's certainly a lot of merit to women, and that women are often left behind. I think it's incredible, not just with the Me Too movement, that more women are running now than ever before, as they should, and we need to have more of them. We are the majority of the people in this country.
For both parties. And by the way, to this point about Biden, he didn't show up at this little confab. Yahoo News says this about it. It says, at the 2018 Ideas Conference, Democrats showed a determination to make the marriage between moderates and progressives work, in large part in order to defeat Republicans in the looming congressional elections, and of course, more important, reclaim the White House 2 years later. I want to get you both to weigh in on how the different parts of the Democrat Party will or won't come together. Larry, you first.
I mean, listen, I think that it would be a disaster for them. Look at everything the Democrats stand for up until this point and all of the various factions they represent. To turn back to an old white dude, Joe Biden, goes against everything they stand for. And if they keep telling us that Hillary Clinton was robbed, that if it weren't for Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump working with him, she'd be president, she got all the votes, and she's the most qualified person, why wouldn't you run her again, Leslie? Why are you going against Hillary Clinton, the woman who deserves to be president?
All right, Leslie, what do you think about these factions coming together and making a truce so that they can take on the Republicans?
Well, that's needed. I mean, the Democratic Party still, has, that divide. I mean, it's sort of like Team Bernie and Team Hillary. And it's like, listen, folks, even if Bernie runs again, Hillary has said she won't. She is not running. We need to, any party needs to unite. And by the way, the uniting doesn't matter, Shannon, if they don't show up in the midterm elections, which historically and sadly, Democrats don't, women don't, minorities don't, millennials don't, all of which tend to be and have registered more strongly as Democrats.
Well,
but we do need to unite.
Yeah, history favors them in this midterm. The first one after the president is elected to the White House. The opposing party does well, so we'll see. By the way, it's a republic. Larry and Leslie.
No, we're actually a democracy that operates as a republic, but
Larry,
we could be a
we have this thing called the Electoral College. The framers wanted it. The founders wanted it. But hey, you can amend the Constitution. It's been done many times.
Yes.
Great to see you both tonight. Thank you.
Bye,
Come
Leslie.
back soon.
Thank you. We will.